Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Teaching Learning with Poornima once again. And today we will learn how to write analytical paragraph. First of all, let us see certain points which we should remember. It is a factual as well as analytical description of figures, numbers, facts, bars, bar graphs, tables, pie charts, other type of graphs like line graphs and charts, or any kind of data, information which is based on a topic or issue. So you have to do analytical description of these things which are given in your question. It is more analytical form of factual description. In ninth class, you must have learned how to write factual description of any event, any person, any place. But this is analytical form. You have to analyze the data and then you have to write the paragraph. This interpretation has to be, this paragraph, this analytical paragraph has to be precise as per the information given. Using right vocabulary, right terms which are required as per the graphs, and specific terms and suitable adjectives for writing paragraph. You should not avoid or miss any fact which is provided with the question, nor you can add any information. You just stick to the information, be to the point and specific, and write the paragraph using suitable vocabulary and right language as per the graph, as per the information or data. For writing good analytical paragraph, you require to have good awareness and understanding of the data. What type of data it is? It is line graph, it is bar graph, it is pie chart. On one line, usually the name of the product is there, and on the other line, usually the sale or the production or the data or the words or the figures and numbers are given. So you should be able to connect the dots. You should be able to do the comparative study of figures. You should be able to compare the data of 2 years or two products, and then you can do the analysis, which is better, which is higher. You should be able to calculate two or more figures so that you can arrive at an inference or a conclusion, understanding what do these figures indicate. Format of analytical paragraph is introductory statement. Based on the question, you should be able to frame an introductory sentence that this data provides information about the sale, about the interest of people on some particular topic. Then write the content, whatever the data is provided, you analyze it, you write the paragraph, and you conclude what is your overall analysis. After seeing entire data, what you can conclude. And you can write your analysis in a nutshell, in short. As I told you that right vocabulary you should use, right terms, good vocabulary, adjectives to do good analytical paragraph, to write good analytical paragraph. So these examples of phrases you can use. So in such cases you can use this kind of sentences. Now let's solve a sample question. Here is an example of analytical paragraph solved by a student of mine. Let's read the question first. The given graph shows the data collected regarding the sale of different kind of books to understand which category is popular amongst teenagers. Using this data, write an analytical paragraph in 100 to 120 words. 100 to 120 words is the word limit for 5 marks. Let's see the data. This is about sales in number for science fiction, novel, history, poetry. And it is very simple graph. If a table is given as a question and a graph is given as a question, you should opt for graph. Science fiction is 4,000 copies, 4,000 books. Novel is 4,200, around 4,200. History is around 2,500, and poetry is even less than 1,000. This can be around 600. So first of all, we should find out that novel is the highest in sale, science fiction is second highest, history is somewhere in the middle, this is medium sale, and poetry is lowest sale. This diagram is not so exhaustive, so you can very well remember also. You don't need to see it again and again. Now let's see the answer. As I told you, you write with the introductory paragraph what is shown in the graph. The given graph shows the data collected regarding the sale of different kinds of books to understand which category is popular amongst teenagers. So the same thing which is given in the question is presented here as introductory statement. With the first look of the graph, it is evident that novels have the highest sales out of the four categories, that are science fiction, novel, history, and poetry. So out of four categories, novels has the highest. So this one analysis has been done, and introductory sentence is also written. They have the sales of a little more than 4,000. This sentence could be improved. They have. It should have been written that the novels got the sales of little more than 4,000, around 4,200. The second category is science fiction that sold 4,000 books. It should be noted that the books that are novels and science fiction have the sales which are more than twice the sales of history and poetry together. This is another point of good analysis, that total of novels and science fiction is more than twice the sales of history and poetry together. So this is another beautiful content point. History books have sold about 2,500 copies, and poetries, this should be written poetry only, and poetry being the least popular, have only sold about 500 copies. So all the points are analyzed properly and correctly. It is interesting to look at the difference between most and least popular genre, that is about 4,000 copies. So this is also a calculation that there is huge difference between the most popular and the least popular genre. So we can see that all the points of analysis, analytical paragraphs are included. In conclusion, this data clearly indicates that the need to encourage the teenagers to read poetries and histories along with fiction. It could have been written as books of poetry or poems, history books, instead of poetries and histories. And conclusion is given nicely that the teenagers should be encouraged to read poetry and history along with fiction. So if I am supposed to give marks, I would give full marks to content, that is for 2 marks, because all the points as per the graph are included. If I see the layout, introductory statement is there, content is there, and conclusion is also given. So full marks for layout also, which is now has become the part of expression. Expression means proper layout or arrangement of ideas with introduction and conclusion. Then next is language, arrangement of sentence, presentation of ideas. That is also there. Here and there Mistakes are regarding the words, also the language. That is why for accuracy, half mark can be provided, which makes the total of 3, 4 and half out of 5. I hope you have understood how to solve the example, how to solve the question for analytical paragraph. If you have any questions or queries, you can write in comment box. Keep watching my channel, keep learning with me. Thank you. Bye bye. All the best for your exams.